Tough game tomorrow. Wyoming is as talented. You know, they got two of the best players in the league. They know what their identity is. They stick to it. They've got really good complementary players. So it's a huge challenge. Although for us moving forward, I think it's unique because we've played 10 league games. We haven't played anybody twice. And now we start playing everybody twice. And for a young team, they need to understand, like New Mexico State's a perfect example. We score 100-something points versus them, and we play them right back the next game. It's a totally different game. And our guys need to understand, whatever happened in the first Wyoming game, whatever happened in the first Colorado State game, and moving forward has nothing to do with this game. Good teams adjust. They learn. They get better. So very, very big challenge, but excited for it.
Does it help you get their attention, not that they should be that, but does it help you get their attention that they're ranked today, that Wyoming is ranked number 22 in the AP poll?
I think that's more for fans. Maybe the players a little bit. It's not for me. I think I don't know. I don't pay much attention to rankings. I pay attention to net and KenPom more than AP rankings. I don't have a whole lot of respect for the media to begin with, so. No, but I think it's kind of changed because of the net and KenPom. I think fans obviously love rankings. I think they deserve to be ranked. I hate rankings at the beginning of the year. I think rankings in February make sense, and they deserve to be right there.
Coach, as far as getting to CSU, just what you said about how every game is different, second time or whatever. Are you encouraged by what you've seen from your guys since that time, even dealing with all the adversity and how they've been playing?
Yeah, I think we've played well. Didn't play well versus San Diego State. We did a lot of really good things versus San Jose State and Air Force. Even Northern New Mexico, second half, we did a lot of good things. So we've won 3 of 4. But you're now playing Wyoming and Colorado State this week, who are top 2 in the league. So we'll see. Although we played both teams tough the first time, doesn't matter much to me. It really doesn't. There's just a whole new experience and game plan, and we got to be tougher, and it's going to be a challenge. But yes, I think we're getting better.
And do you use? I know you said every game is different, but you guys came close to beating Wyoming at their place. Does that come into play at all, or?
I don't know. Probably in our guys' minds it does, and I hope they don't think that it's going to be like that. In their minds, they probably think we scored 91 points, and we also gave up 93 points. That's the way I look at it. So we'll learn from the first game, and I'm sure Wyoming will learn from the first game. But I want them to be confident, but I don't think that they need to understand that this is a huge challenge.
When you say you're doing some good things, talk about what those good things that you're observing are, both when your team's on offense and your defense.
We're doing good things on offense. We're not doing anything good on defense. We're so far away from where we need to be defensively. But offensively, we've had moments where we've been terrific. We've had moments where we're really hard to guard, and that's without a true post presence. We've hit shots. We've gotten to the rim. We don't turn the ball over at a high rate. So I think that this team, at some point, and I don't know if it'll happen this year, I think as they get older, stronger, more confident, they need to embrace the physicality of the game a lot more than they ever have. But we've found a way to put up 91 points at Air Force. I thought defensively we did do some good things till the end. It's a process, and I do think we're offensively way ahead of our defense and our rebounding.
So with defense, outside of the physicality, the strategy you want to see them execute on defense in order for them to improve. Again, physicality is a big part of all this. Are there any other things you're seeing them do a better job of, particularly? And it's, a little bit of improvement?
Your glass half full today, Joe. I like it. I thought the Air Force game, I thought we played good defense until the end, and we were celebrating too much, and we were too excited that we were winning. I don't see a whole lot changing until a shot goes up and we hit a body, or picking up the pressure better than it's been. I think our scouting has been good. I do think our guys have grasped that part of it. I think they've embraced that part of it. But again, it comes down to, our defense will improve when our length improves. Like, we don't have a shot blocker. Jay is good, but no one else is really that just yet. So I just think, as I've said over and over again, I just think our offense is further along in year one than I probably thought it would be with all the injuries that we've had. But the defense, it's got to make a big jump.
So they're two stars. Focus on one at a time. But Hunter Maldonado, he's a guy that's been through here. A lot of fans here do know him, but he's gotten a lot better. Last year they had a ball-dominant point guard in the transfer. And he became the ball-dominant point guard at 6'7". Have you guys played anybody that maybe I'm forgetting about that runs an offense through a 6'7" point guard quite like him, and he backs people down?
Yeah, I thought about it because it's a very, very unique style. When I was at Minnesota, we played Ethan Happ. And Ethan Happ was very, very similar, where they would throw him the ball on the left side, and they would space the shooters on the right side, and you had to make a decision. The only difference was that was a big, so it was a little bit more, not easy, because it wasn't easy, but a little bit more traditional of how you can guard him versus a guard. And they've got great complementary pieces. And the thing that I think you get a little bit consumed with is how to stop them. You got to rebound the basketball because they're so Maldonado on the left side, Ike on the right side, and okay, if you trap them, they do this. If you don't trap them, they do this, and you forget to rebound the ball. But it's one of the most unique kind of offensive preps I've seen, and credit to Jeff Linder. They know where their bread is buttered, and they don't really deviate a whole lot from that.
I know when Ike got in foul trouble, I think it was the Air Force game I was watching. I want to say they went every single time, 100% of the time, to Hunter just doing the back down on one side of the ball. I mean, they do two things really, right? I mean, it's either find a way to get the ball inside the Ike or have Hunter Maldonado back down. That's really it.
Yeah, but they do them really, really well. But yes, it's and nobody's really stopped it. I mean, Boise's got good personnel to maybe match up with it. And Wyoming's won a lot of close games. What they also do very well, underrated, is they get to the foul line. At their place, we made 9 free throws. They made 27. And I'm not even until the end complaining about the refs, but it's they get fouled a lot, and it's unique defensively because it's post defense more so than perimeter defense.
What does Ike bring? I saw somebody on social media today, first time I saw this comparison, but Zach Randolph a little bit. It seemed like a bit of a stretch, but is there anybody that Ike reminds you of?
I mean, Randolph's a good call. I mean, I just think you get consumed a little bit with Maldonado because it's so hard to stop him that all of a sudden you look over and Ike scoring 30 points. He hits free throws. He's a great rebounder. He's terrific at getting fouled. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Zach Randolph's a lefty, right? That's probably why it's a good comparison. Ike is probably taller than him. But terrific player. I think, in my opinion, Maldonado's player of the year in the league, and Ike is first-team all-conference player.
Coach Wyoming has had those close games. Would you say they're kind of a tough team? You know how they don't stop.
I think they're a really good team. I think I don't see a whole lot of weaknesses. As I said, I think Maldonado is the best player in the league, or the most valuable player in the league. Ike is one of the best bigs in the league. They get fouled. They're hard to guard. There's not a lot of weaknesses there.
Have you guys played zone much this year?
No.
Like, have you played zone this year?
No.
Not even a possession. I mean, you don't coach, you don't teach it, I guess. Do you teach it?
When, yes, of course I teach it. So when I was at Louisville, we went to 2 Elite Eights and a Final Four with a lot of matchup zone. We went 2-2-1 press back to 2-3. When I won the NIT at Minnesota, we were predominantly matchup zone and press, 2-2-1 back to 2-3. FIU, we went to the conference tournament finals, matchup zone. So I do teach it. I don't love it with our length at the front of it. That's kind of my problem with it. If we had bigger guards, I could maybe see doing it, but that's kind of why I haven't really dove into it. But honestly, we do play we do play a zone, and we still need to guard the ball and rebound. So I don't know if that's the answer right now. Maybe I could have tinkered with it a little bit more, but
I didn't remember you guys playing zone. So.
No, I don't think we've played a possession.
Coach, has it surprised you at all how close things have been in the conference? How each team beats each other up, or
How what? I'm sorry.
How close things have been in the conference as far as teams just being able to beat each other on it, on any given night. There's no one really running.
I think what I'm surprised by is, I always knew the Mountain West was a really good basketball conference, but I think you got 3 locks for NCAA tournament, bids in Boise, Colorado State, and Wyoming, unless something crazy happens. Then you've got San Diego State, who they're just not going to go away. I mean, they're big, they're strong, they're physical. You've got Utah State with terrific numbers, through Ken Pom and net and all those things. Am I missing one? I think I am. Fresno State is also in the 50s in the net. And then you've got San Jose, UNLV, New Mexico rebuilding, new coaches and kind of new programs that are going to build it from the ground up. And then Air Force is always a unique team. So I think it's a terrific basketball conference. I look at it as, I think it's very, very similar in a lot of ways to the Atlantic 10 and the East Coast part of it. Now, Atlantic 10 doesn't have football, but it's a multi-bid league. Even last year, they got 2 in, right? And 2 in the NIT. When you make the NIT in today's world, you're close to making the tournament. So you got 4 teams right there. So terrific conference. Older teams, teams that are not in transition as much. I think when coaches get fired, every program moving forward is almost always going to be in a transition because of the one-time transfer rule. But if you look at Colorado State, Nico's in year 4. He's built his team for this. This is their team, and they're really, really good. Boise, Leon's been there 12 years. Wyoming, obviously, Jeff Linder's done a terrific job. He, I believe, had Ike committed to him at Northern Colorado. Obviously identified a really good, talented player there. Maldonado, he's done a great job with him and some really good pieces around them. Fresno's been there. He's been there, I believe, 4 years as well. So there's just some stability, and that's the key to a good league.
You watched the Super Bowl yesterday.
I did.
What were the snacks at the Pitino house for the Super Bowl?
We went with some dry rub wings. We went with some shrimp. We went with pizza. And I had a couple vodka sodas that I enjoyed. Not too many, just 2. But watched it. Halftime show was amazing. Brought me back. It was terrific. Not only the music was awesome, but I just thought visually it looked great. It was always hard. When I was in Minnesota, we went to the Super Bowl, and it was Justin Timberlake, and the acoustics in the building were horrible. So you never know how it is, but it was awesome. It was terrific. And a great game. Obviously, I think both quarterbacks getting dinged up was a little rough, but fun to watch.
Any particular commercial that...
I think the Sopranos one won it. I would go Sopranos. That one was nostalgic. It's hard with little kids. My kids won't shut up during the commercials. So they ruin everything. But I'm going to go with the Sopranos one. Was terrific.
You're a Giants fan, right?
I am a Giants fan, and it's not good.
Do you enjoy Super Bowls for watching the commercials?
Yeah, yes, I watched for the commercials and the halftime show. I love football, love it, and yeah, the Giants need to get going here, get back soon.
I gotta ask, when did you start the habit of finishing the day with a Seinfeld episode so that you could, have a laugh before you go to bed?
That's just been something that me and my wife do. I don't know. The routine kind of is I normally get home at about 6 o'clock. We practice a little bit earlier, so if I can help with the kids' stuff, I'd love to do that, just because we have different age kids. Normally it's feed the kids, then I beg my wife for some type of meal at some point, get them to bed around 7:30, watch some film, make some recruiting calls. But yeah, we like to shut it down, watch a comedy, to put ourselves in the right frame of mind, waking up the next day. So I've been doing it for years, and nice little routine we have.